What is up, YouTube? It is Eclipse. Time for another episode of me reacting to stuff. This is a Rebel Taxi video. It's been a while since I've seen him upload. This one is the best upcoming stylized cartoony games. So like Toon World, or those Cartoon Network like MMO games maybe. He's always trying something new. I always watch him for the cartoon reviews, but yeah, he wants to branch out, do games. I feel you. I want to do more than just reacting. Let's give this a shot. Thumbnail has, SpongeBob. Yeah, I know the movie. It looks like the movie. The new movie wasn't that good. Watched it all. Okay. In 3, 2, 1.
We launched Xbox 18 years ago.
Xbox
with
original.
A game reviewers called the definitive reason to own an Xbox. Next holiday, we will launch Project Scarlet with...
Yeah, there's something similar to what I was talking about.
Realistic
Fusion
video
Ball?
games.
Fusion Frenzy.
Who cares? I know what real life looks like. I've seen Polar Express. We need to see what we can't do in real life. In order to bridge the gap between games and cartoons, let this video be a preview to strange stylized games coming out. I won't cover the big ones like
Zelda
or Link's Awakening. Instead, I'll give attention to those games not too many are discussing. Games I hope you all spread the word on and share this video with, since I spent 4 days on this editing. It's Juice and Jam time. But first, this video is sponsored by Dollar Shave Club. Trying to maintain this smooth
try to look good.
is difficult, but
Look how smooth I am. I have it.
Covered. They
No,
do
I
more
don't.
than just shaving with products.
I don't even use, sometimes I don't even use cream.
Wipes.
But you-
Okay, sure. Right
yeah.
now you can get their shave,
I use-
shower, or oral starter set each for only $5. The oral care set is perfect for my travels as it comes with a toothpaste cover and a mini toothpaste container. These sets are a good way to save, and all products are shipped to your home. Go to dollarshaveclub.com/rebeltaxi to get
Sell
your
out?
first
Nah,
starter
kidding.
set each for only $5. Support me by supporting them. And now, back to the show.
Wow. Well, that must be the only one left. The one that's... It's in California, I think. Or close. It's in the west side. Wow. God, I want to go back in time sometimes.
Shake, Sinora, shake your body liner.
You've heard of Battle Royales? Well, this here is a Racer Royale. The Fall Guys is a 100-player online on-foot race through a gauntlet. It looks to be a wacky physics-based platformer like Gang Beasts meets my favorite Spike TV show, MXC, otherwise known as Takashi's Castle if you're outside America, or if you are in America and are just a weeb. Literally, some of these look exactly like obstacles on that show.
Kenny, that's not what I think it is it? How could you do that? That's despicable.
Oh, don't worry, it's not bad. It's powdered milk. Come on, they're junkies. They don't know the difference.
After playing Mad Dash Racing on Xbox, I've been hungry for another on-foot racer. I just wonder, will this game be based on random physics and luck, or will there be legit skill to it? From what the developers are saying, there'll be a mix of the two going on with these types of challenges. It looks to be a whole lot of fun. It's good to see a battle royale without camping.
You're a mean man, Ken.
Yes, I am.
To be announced. This one looks interesting. Coming out probably a few months.
Now this is more my style. Blood, a game from Exit 73 Studios. Not a video game company, but an animation studio.
It's like a Flash game from the...
A bunch of animators who've never made a game before made a game. We got
from the
Cuphead.
90s, I don't know.
Blood is a top-down Zelda-type adventure, except replace dungeons and townspeople with schools and classmates. Becky Brewster is a field hockey player who must save her town from demonic creatures. This looks like something that would have aired in 2001 next to Oh Yeah Cartoons and Dexter's Lab.
Right,
Everything
exactly.
about it looks so alive. If you're interested in the development, Exit 73's Twitch live streams their making of process. It's both fascinating and a reminder of how animating anything makes me want to die.
Future Man was able to get all of them onto one sprite sheet.
Wow, all those are each...
Square. Jesus.
Like, you drew each one of those. Oh my god. Yeah, yes, you have to do that. That's how... Every action. Purple ramp to be announced. Oh yeah. Meme.
One of the
Meme
biggest
comes
video
from
games
that came
based on a
from
cartoon that everybody
that came
played
from
during the PS2 era was SpongeBob
the PS2 era.
SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. THQ Nordic is bringing back this surprisingly good 3D platformer. This ain't just a quick upscale, but a full-on remake like Crash Bandicoot got. They're also promising to include content that was originally cut from the game. What a great addition. As for audio, I'm sure they'll just reuse the same voice clips. No problem with that. But I hope they redo all of Mr. Krabs' lines. His voice actor, Clancy Brown, was not in the original game. Instead, we get whoever this is.
SpongeBob, this flapping robot crisis is making the Krusty Krab lose money.
I mean, he tried. Exactly. Who are?
It's me. Hey, it's me, Jim. What's up?
He tried.
Cross Sneak Plus, a puzzle game where you must match a whole row and column into a cross. Stylistically, it's influenced by the likes of Wipeout, DDR, and Puyo Pop.
Ooh, I love those.
Game on a portable device, though.
Where's
its
my?
Y2K
Oh yeah, it's on my
design
wall
is
no more. If
instant
you go back to my old
friendly.
videos, I used to
All I mean by
had one
Y2K
like
design.
hung on my
Well,
wall,
if
the
they associate
gamepad.
80s with neon
You know what?
grids,
I'm gonna-
the 90s with geometric patterns.
I'm gonna stand up and do stuff like I did in my old videos.
Y2K aesthetic. Techno fonts, Japanese text, transparent technology, thick outlines.
I have it hanged up like
logos.
clothes.
Kind of vague, but
Yeah.
it's just what we thought the future may bring.
I'm gonna play this someday.
That's what Cross
Shoot.
Sneak Plus is going for.
Feel nostalgic playing tap to play games. Maybe I'll make a channel based on that. That's a good idea. That was kind of good.
Clearly inspired by Splatoon, Ninjala on Switch is an 8-player 3D brawler created by Gung Ho, who gave us Let It Die
Fun
and
racer.
nothing else I recognize. The gimmick of Ninjala is that they're ninjas who use bubblegum, whether it's to float in the air, walk on walls, or manifest weapons. The game was announced in 2018 with a trailer featuring baby metal music. Hey, it fits. They didn't have that many updates or hype until news of a delay announced their release got pushed from spring 2019 to spring 2020.
Oh wow! I hate when they do that. Well, they have to, make the
There was
game
a lot of praise for it, but also complaints
completed.
about
Yeah,
stilted
good.
combat and a bad lock-on system. So I'm glad to see Gung Ho will take the time to polish up the game and add more to it. Having an 8-player 3D brawler on Switch with this kind of style is so up my alley. A party fighter like this needs all the tweaks and balancing it can get.
505 games.
Pathetic.
From the team behind Skullgirls comes Indivisible. It's a Metroidvania JRPG hybrid. You'll be exploring these beautiful worlds in 2D platforming, but during battles you'll get fast-paced take-turn segments inspired by Valkyrie Profile, an RPG that I'll pretend I already knew about. Okay, you know what? I can't lie. No, I've never played it. Besides, it's probably not as good of an RPG as Raid, Shadowlands.
I knew. I had a feeling.
Each character from
I'm
Indivisible
like,
is assigned
this is
a
like
base
that one game you sponsor. I was gonna say it, but I'm like, nah. You already said word sponsor already. This is so much like it. They actually get raid. Oh my god.
Textures and certain assets will be painted. One feature I'm excited for is hybrid bosses. There'll be boss battles that will switch between take-turns combat to action platformming. Indivisible is a crowd-funded game that actually looks great, and did I forget to mention the two best animation studios in the world, Trigger and Titmouse, are animating the intro?
Chirp.
Did I forget to mention that? Was I that fucking stupid to mention that? Am I that fucking inept? God damn it! Okay.
Well, Microsoft can go wrong with these guys.
Another
fighter.
3D brawler, my favorite. While there hasn't been a sequel to Anarchy Reigns, maybe this will fill that void. Bleeding Edge, a 4 vs 4 team-based brawler from Ninja Theory. Look, they made other games, okay? I hear people argue Ninja Theory should stick to single-player story-based games, but hey, did you all forget their first game? Everybody was... Yeah, Kung Fu Chaos on OG Xbox. A lot of that talent were still at Ninja Theory when they made Hellblade 14 years later. I'm really
mean-
excited for Bleeding Edge. I love Anarchy Reigns. One big issue is that all the characters roughly played the same, but Bleeding Edge confirms there'll be a class system. Heavies, assassins, support characters, etc. I initially didn't care for the Overwatch meets Borderlands designs, but it grew on me. Once Bleeding Edge goes public, I think I'll be playing as this snake that controls a skeleton robot. What started as a browser game became a 2D indie game and now has a 3D sequel, Lethal League Blaze, a mix between a fighting game and dodgeball. You cannot directly punch your opponent. Instead, you slam the ball around the field, praying to God, Madoka, and anyone else that's listening that it hits something. So it's like Monsters Inc. Scream Arena, except good. It's a highly competitive game with a bit of a tournament scene formed around it. And notice that Jet Set Radio style, they appropriately got one of its composers, Hideki Nakanuma, to make a song for them.
Ha.
Before you correct me, yes, this game is already out on PC and Mac, but it's coming to consoles, eventually.
Yeah,
so
pretty
it counts for
soon.
this video.
A little push date, push later date. That'd be a cool screensaver. Illustrated by Beals. I'm such a fan of his. I know that tune so well.
Gods need help. They turn to you.
Oh, would you look at that? Ubisoft took time out of their busy schedule of ignoring Rayman and sucking the remaining life force from Tom Clancy's husk to announce something actually interesting. Some roller derby game looks okay, but also Gods and Monsters, a Zelda-type adventure based around Greek mythology. There's no mention of crafting, but much like Breath of the Wild, you'll be free to complete any task in any order, a feature I'm glad more open-world games are embracing. Ubisoft's team describes it as their most open-world game that they've worked on. To keep up with the mythological theme, you'll be followed around by a narrator posing as Homer, as in Homer's Odyssey Homer. I don't think I've seen too many games do that except for Bastion.
But justice is getting a handle on it. The security takes him for a petty thief. Clang. Shield saves his hide.
It'd be pretty interesting to see if Homer will be the only voice in the game or not. I kinda hope so. I wanted to know more, but during its live announcement, they cut the stream off to show some Ubisoft tournament with Lil Yachty, a human being who surprisingly isn't just a Teen Titans Go character. Its announcement is met with a lot of praise, but some have compared Gods and Monsters style.
I don't know. It's just my opinion. When people, when black people especially have those, because it's common for black people to have that red hair. My first viewing, if I see it like in a photo or in a video, it looks like you're a burnt victim because how red it looks, the twist, and it's kind of like fire. The design looked more like fire, like Hot Streak from Static Shock. Man, I would just think you would be literally on fire.
40 years of annoying underpaid GameStop employees. Battletoads is back. But we got a Wind Waker situation where everyone's pissed, and I think less people will get pissed over time. Unlike the new Commander Keen or Contra Rogue Corps, it seems to play like the source material. Battletoads is a new style while staying true to their flashy special moves. Tweets and articles by
I wonder how GameStop feels about this. People call them, do you have the latest Battletoads? Yes, we do. They're going to be like, yes, we do. Like really fast. Yeah, we have it. Quit talking. Just tell me get it.
You'll see how people think
Stop with the meme,
Ninja
Marty.
Turtle bootlegs look childish and unoriginal. People think these Ninja Turtle bootlegs look childish and unoriginal. Really? The Battletoads were about as hardcore as Boogerman. Other than Blood in the arcade version, they were always these overinflated goofballs. The neon-lit NES version, the one most people reference and I assume play, didn't even have blood. This shit was no Splatterhouse. I am loving the more Robert Valley, Motor City look. In an industry trend full of soft, round cartoons, I want more angular edge like this. It's one thing to not like the style, that's okay, but it's another when your reason for hate is apparently these dynamic poses look cheap, or it's a Flash game, and it looks like every cartoon today, besides Rise of the TMNT, which makes sense. And Motor City from 2012. What cartoon looks like this?
I like the
Then
TMT
again,
cartoon
as
from
a person who's been on
2012
the
to
internet since the year
2013.
2000, people complaining about every cartoon
Yeah,
looking the
that
same.
that
is
that
nothing
animation looks
new.
more
But I do
better.
agree with the villain's redesign.
CGI?
Dark
It was
Queen,
CGI.
Assuming that is the Dark Queen and not her annoying little sister who lost her snowball in the freezer. Maybe seeing her animated will
Sister.
change my mind, but she's just boring compared to everyone's more bombastic look. I get they want to tone her down. The 2003 Teen Titans cartoon completely changed Starfire from the comics. People complained back then, yeah, today's bullshit, tomorrow's nostalgia. Then again, Raven's outfit ain't too far off from Dark Queen. Even the modern Teen Titans Go didn't change that outfit.
She's still so she's so
Plus,
cute.
they've
Should
done
be.
this on multiple
It should
occasions.
be a character. Yeah. Ever no cloth
Her design
on
does
her?
nothing for me. Everything else looks to be a solid, stylized brawler. Though
Looks better.
someday they'll get the Killer Instinct model and sound design to create an ultra-hardcore AAA Battletoads game.
These cameos are killing me.
Chaos.
Okay, lightning round. This video is getting way too big. I want to work on other videos. I'm sorry. Please share this because I've been editing for 4 days straight.
I
and
got
don't wanna
you.
waste
Yeah,
this
whoa.
time. Brawlhalla DLC. Now Adventure Time characters like Finn with Jake and Princess Bubblegum are now playable.
Yeah, he
in
wants to
this
do stuff like
platform
this.
Fighter.
I mean,
Please
spread
bring
more
Marcel in.
cartoon,
If
spread
not,
some
that's
more
cool.
just
I appreciate what we've
cartoon
got so
shows.
far.
Yeah,
No Straight Roads, an indie rock band that's fighting against an EDM empire. It's an action platformer where enemies move in sync to the music. I'm intrigued. Roman numeral 13's getting a full remake. It was a very stylish shooter in its day. Jenny Let Clue, a game that does everything you'd expect from a detective game. How many ways can I say something looks beautiful without repeating myself? Clive and Wrench, a time-traveling 3D platformer indie game. The goal was to give it a tight moveset similar to the N64 era. From the footage alone, its controls are looking pretty fluid. Ori and the Will-o'-the-Wisps. Damn. Spiritfarer, a game of gathering materials, exploring, improving your boathouse, but also building emotional relationships with your party. This is gonna fill me up with the hunting of filios, I just know it. RPG time, The Legend of Right. Not sure how you play it, but I see a very creative RPG with a ton of gameplay variety. Way to the Woods. It's one of them walking, sometimes puzzle, artsy games. I think I'll play it for the urban environments. I see it has the composer from Steven Universe in there too. Gears
Wow.
of War Pop. You know your franchise is ugly when the pop figure version is an upgrade. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, another DBZ game, but it's an open world, real-time RPG. That sounds really cool.
That's
I would
cool.
love to explore those city locations.
You can find the Dragon Balls and
Commander
find the
Keen's
the
reboot.
villains,
If you know his
cells
history,
hiding
you'd
somewhere,
expect
Frieza's
a
in
3D
space.
platformer,
Yeah,
but instead he's an iOS
that's a
app
cool idea.
reboot. You know, after watching the presentation, I'm not sure what you do in this game. Great marketing, guys. Oh, and nice. They whitewashed a character that was already white. That's extra offensive. Or not. I'm not sure.
Did you guys not have phones?
Yeah, you guys all have fun, right? Eat my dust eater.
What's that?
Oh, I've seen this live stream of
last
this.
big game was in 2012. The last console-based Simpsons game was in 2008. Everything after was just a dinky little app. For some reason at E3 2019, the writers of The Simpsons would be broadcasting a panel discussing 30 years of their video games. That's very random for a TV show. Could they be announcing a new game? A Simpsons hit-and-run remake? Maybe an arcade one-up machine? Only one way to find out.
But first, let's take a look at this great Simpsons highlight reel of fake video games. And if you're watching at home, you're not going to see it. It's just going to say, we'll be back in a few minutes. Enjoy!
Wait, what? When are they coming back? They took an 8-minute break while they played old footage of Simpsons clips about video games.
What?
All that waiting just for these writers who partook in 30 years of video games and TV
It led up-
history.
all that led up to
stage
8 minutes of that.
discuss Mostly that mobile app. So, is there going to be an announcement? No, they're just talking about that app and non-gaming related stories, or they spitball ideas that would make for a good video game. That's cool, but you know what would be even cooler? Announcing you're making a video game. At least they took time to answer fan questions on Twitter.
I'm getting yelled at by Twitter. Pan Pizza wrote in all caps, talk about games.
Okay,
Simpsons games.
Less count.
Is Pan Pizza here? Are you here, Pan Pizza? All right, good. Didn't want to have to throw down after this. And then Jonathan asks, what is your favorite part about Tapped Out? Thank you, Jonathan, for bringing it back to Simpsons games.
Well, after 40 minutes of circle jerking their app, they announced something. A Battle Royale mode for The Simpsons tapped out. How does a city builder app translate to Battle Royale? Is there any footage? No?
Is it?
Well, that's it. A waste of fucking time.
Oh, look at that. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
People, I will not tolerate this BS. The Simpsons and its games are currently owned by EA and Disney. If we can get a
I like that one meme where it's
Star Wars
E,
game
E,
after all the
E,
outrage
E,
EA
E.
has, I think
It's just all
possible
E.
to do the same for
I'm sorry I'm
one
going
of
off
the
topic, but I like
biggest cartoons of all
memes.
time.
I'm more of a
SpongeBob's
meme
game got a
reacting to
remake.
these.
Why can't the
type of videos.
Simpsons? I want you all to go out
Meme.
there. Tell EA and Disney and Fox you want another game, an HD remaster, or anything beyond a cheap mobile app. It's been over 10 years since the last console game. This franchise deserves more.
We want Krusty! We want Krusty!
No, we want Crunchy! We want Crunchy!
Hey, kids, it's the Golden Joystick Award!
Simpsons get together, make better games. Homer run over Snowball's little helper. Yeah, Snowball's little. Anyway, see me in the next one. All right, later. More reactions. I got suggested for something. Yeah, do that. Yeah, follow me. I got a place where I usually go on TikTok, making memes there. Yeah, see you next one.